Hey everybody, it's Renee. Today we're going to talk about James chapter 5 verse 10. As an example of suffering and patience, brothers, take the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord. So James 5:10 is a hallway of heroes. James flings the door wide with one ringing command. Be an example, like the prophets before you. Step inside. The walls are lined with open Bibles, each page bleeding with the prophet's own ink. Moses, staff cracked from striking the rock, hears the same nation he delivered snarl. They fussed at him in Numbers 21:5. Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in this wilderness? 40 years of manna and murmuring, yet he still lifts his hands on the hill until the battle turns. That's in Exodus 17:11-13. Elijah was cloaked from the fire that answered his prayer. He sprints ahead of Ahab's chariot while Jezebel's death threat whistles at his heels. So may the gods do to me and more also if I do not make your life as the life of one of them by this time tomorrow, she threatened. And one chapter later, he's back in the mountain whispering, I have been very jealous of the Lord, the God of hosts. 1 Kings 19:14. And Jeremiah, ribs bruised from the stocks, feels cistern mud kiss his beard as the rope lowers him. Take him, let him down into the cistern so that he may die there. That was in Jeremiah 38:6. And from the slime he cried, Sing to the Lord, praise the Lord, for he has delivered the life of the needy from the hand of the evildoers. Isaiah, tradition says, is sawn into two inside a hollow log for daring to call a king a moral leper. That's mentioned in Hebrews 11:37, although Isaiah is not named specifically there. Like I said, it's tradition. Daniel smells lion's breath and chooses the den over the idol. Our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us. And Zechariah, white-robed between altar and sanctuary, tastes the first stone before the second silences him. They conspired against him and stoned him with stones in the court of the house of the Lord. Their resumes are short. Their occupation, the mouthpiece of the Most High. Their compensation, mockery, exile, death. And their tenure, until the message was finished. Yet James does not parade these men as victims. He crowns them as victors. Literally mean underwriting. They are the pattern pressed beneath our blank page. Trace their lines and your story begins to look braver. Long suffering is not a polite smile while the clock ticks. It is the same word Paul uses when he says love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Every lash, every lion's roar, every stone that found its mark was a drumbeat to heaven's parade. The prophets did not endure because they were tougher than us. They endured because they saw further, past the cistern, past the den, past the Saul, to the throne where the Lamb will wipe away every tear from their eyes and every scar on their hands. James slips the camera into our lap now. Your marriage may feel like a wilderness march. Your workplace smells like a lion's den. Your diagnosis that echoes Jeremiah's dungeon. Same script, new actors. The question is not will suffering come, but will you lengthen your heart to carry the message anyway? Revelations 12:11 whispers the same secret the prophets already knew. And they have conquered him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, for they loved not their lives even unto death. Translation: the moment you decide the message is worth more than the microphone, the lions lose their teeth. The hallway is opened up, so step inside. Touch the scars on the wall. Moses' staff marks, Elijah's cave dust, Jeremiah's rope burns. Feel the pulse beneath the stones, still beating and still speaking. They are not dead, they are voting. Every ache you refuse to waste becomes a ballot cast for the coming kingdom. So speak the truth in the staff meeting. Love the spouse who feels like a pharaoh. Pray over the diagnosis like Daniel over his dinner. Your cistern may be tomorrow's headline, but it is also heaven's exhibit A. See how my child lengthened her heart. The prophets are watching you. The lamb is waiting and the hallway is still open. Walk in it like you belong there because, child, you do. So which prophet's footsteps feel closest to your wilderness? Moses' blistered sandals, Jeremiah's cistern mud, or Elijah's cave dust? And what step of open obedience could you take today to keep walking in their trace? Think about this today. See you later.